It's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything. And you know,
Floyd Money Mayweather, easy work, and Manny Pacquiao meet face to face and discuss a rematch for this year.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one.
Floyd Mayweather has called out Manny Pacquiao, teasing a possible rematch. The boxing icon hints at one last huge fight, sparking buzz and excitement among fans.
And the caption says, I'm coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao this year. Another 9-figure payday on the way at Mayweather Promotions.
George Kambosos Jr. shares his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's return. He's excited about the exhibition fight with Mario Barrios, calling Pacquiao a true legend. Though surprising, Kambosos believes Pacquiao still has what it takes to make a big impact.
yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and you know try his best. That's what Manny. One thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time is hard, and it was very hard watching him fight Lucas. You could see it, and then watching the exhibition he had with the Korean guy or the Japanese guy in I think last year. Yeah, it's hard to watch. I know Manny. I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and if he turns it on, he can still do it.
Manny is training hard at Wildcard Gym in Los Angeles with his longtime coach, Freddie Roach. He looks fired up, hitting pads and doing drills with serious focus. Roach stays close, giving tips and cheering him on as they prepare for what could be a huge comeback. Floyd Mayweather shared his thoughts on Pacquiao's return, saying he gets why Manny wants this exhibition fight, especially if it brings in big money. Mayweather admits he'd likely do the same. With a WBC title on the line against Barrios, the stakes are real, and talk of a second fight between the two legends is heating up.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, you know, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's older than me.
You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy.
Manny reflects on his first fight with Mayweather, saying he felt he did enough to win, even though he wasn't at his best physically. He doesn't blame Floyd, but hints that outside influences can affect even the greatest fighters in the sport.
My heart that I thought I won the fight.
Okay, but do you want the rematch in part? How do you view him just as a person, not about the fight, but you've expressed before that you never really liked what he stood for outside the ring as a person, and you would like to defeat him because of that. Is that fair to say?
I'm what I see him outside the ring is you know, of course I don't want to blame him, but the way he grow with the wrong community, I mean, like, and you have to know how to respect and how to, you know, not too arrogant or anything. I'm not saying that, but you know, sometimes bad company corrupt good character.
There's no question a second fight between Pacquiao and Mayweather would grab the world's attention. Fans still talk about their first match like it was yesterday, and many believe the timing back then didn't allow for a true clash of titans.
Speaking of Mayweather, fam, do you see they're doing the Pacquiao rematch?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that,
This
bro.
guy-
I was
bro.
about to say that. They announced it, and all the
In
fans
the
were like,
weirdest way, bro. It's like, yo, they didn't even know. It's like they didn't know if they actually meant to announce it or not.
This is
or
what I'm
like that
saying.
fight's actually happening.
I heard in the comments that they announced it in like Chinese or something before, and then the
It's
crowd went
mostly, like,
crazy.
Japan, right, or
Yeah,
something?
like in their
Oh.
language they announced it, and then they went crazy, and then they did it in English, and then like that was with silence.
That makes sense because yo, Manny Pacquiao said it's like no one cared. I was like, bro, are we like hearing
Like,
the same thing from?
people
Like,
are
the
sa-
man just said he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and no one cared. Everyone's like, okay, like hand over the mic, dog. Like, like bro, it's
People
like
are saying
massive.
that. They're saying that, or they're saying, oh, like where they were, it's like culture to not like make noise during stuff like
Nah,
this.
bro,
Like, it's a
you know the
respectful thing.
fans that Manny Pacquiao has and stuff, bro. If he's announcing that fight, you know these guys are going off.
Pacquiao says talks are happening to make the rematch with Mayweather a reality this year. Nothing's official yet, but hints from both sides show they're serious. With Manny already training for Barrios, this comeback could be a two-part mission. Beat Barrios, then settle the score with Floyd.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one because the first one, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulder, so I did a lot of this training camp. We did a few things, but not really a heavy training like what we did in the usual the 12-round fight. But because this is just a 6 rounds and 2 minutes per round exhibition match, but we did a lot in training, and I think this is a very good stepping stone to come back in boxing. We'll see.
So what would the result be?
The prediction is will not last 12 rounds, I think.
Wow, it won't last 12 rounds.
At 46, Manny is pushing himself hard in a tough LA training camp with Freddie Roach. With the July 19th fight against Mario Barrios getting closer, every workout shows his drive to prove that age can't hold him back. Pacquiao's daily training mix includes strength work, sparring, and cardio. The moves may be familiar, but his purpose is stronger than ever. He's not just aiming to compete, he wants a clear win. His focus and power show this comeback is about more than a fight, it's about legacy. Even after all these years, the rivalry between Floyd and Manny still burns. Floyd often brings up his win, but Manny's fans say the timing wasn't fair. Neither fighter has let it go, and talk of a rematch is keeping their unfinished story alive.
Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
Floyd, what is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
Come on. I mean, this is ridiculous. Excuses, excuses, excuses. He was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. He lost. He know he lost. I lost a lot of respect for him. You know, you fight. If you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Not everyone is thrilled about Pacquiao's return. Boxing legend Ricky Hatton has doubts, questioning if it's safe or fair for a 46-year-old to fight a younger opponent. He compares it to other aging fighters making risky comebacks and worries. It could hurt Pacquiao's legacy. Fans and experts also wonder if Manny's body can still handle the pace, especially after years away from top-level fights.
This is a bad idea. Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. And there were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt badly.
One analyst sees it differently, saying Pacquiao's return isn't about proving he's the best. It's about making smart business moves. With his global fame, the fight with Barrios is expected to draw huge attention. Win or lose, it's a reminder of Pacquiao's star power.
And of course, we don't want permanent injury po kahit kanino, kahit po kay Anpo, but I want him to be knocked out. But the reason why I wanted that to happen is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him when he returned to boxing.
But Pacquiao says this comeback isn't about the money. He says his love for boxing never left, even during his time in politics. It's the fans and the thrill of the ring that keep pulling him back. For him, this is about heart, not cash.
Retirement's supposed to be fun. What happened? You're supposed to want to stay retired and relax and have a nice life.
I changed my mind, and I realized thinking that the boxing still love me, and I love boxing, so why not? I'm not continuing my journey in boxing.
Now, a lot of people have the question, how busy you are as a senator, and how is that going to play into you preparing for a fight? Because preparing for a fight takes your heart and your soul, and you already have a very difficult job as a senator.
Just time management, discipline. I can still manage working in the Senate and then training.
Pacquiao has made it clear, this isn't a farewell tour. He wants to go out strong, beating Barrios and maybe Mayweather to retire with pride. It's not about chasing the past, but about sealing his legacy as a fearless warrior. Their rivalry runs deep. In 2009, Pacquiao sued Mayweather for defamation over PED claims. Though settled, the feud added fuel to their fire, and it's still burning today.
We now welcome in ESPN.com senior boxing writer Dan Rayfield. And Dan, what is Pacquiao hoping to accomplish with this lawsuit?
Well, I know that the negotiations for this fight have been ongoing, but I just got off the telephone with Daniel Petrocelli, who was the attorney for Manny Pacquiao, literally moments before coming on the air, and I asked him that exact question, and his point was, regardless of whether or not they're negotiating this fight, that that the comments that they alleged that the Mayweather people had made were irresponsible and reckless and malicious, and they had to answer it no matter what. And so they felt like they had no choice but to file the lawsuit regardless of whether or not the fight takes place.
No matter what happens in this comeback, Pacquiao's legacy is already set in stone. He's still the only boxer to win titles in 8 weight divisions, a record no one else has touched. His rise through the ranks shows unmatched skill, bravery, and dedication to boxing.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are 2 of the best fighters we've ever seen. And they're both in their primes, in the same weight class at the same time. We have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history.
Oscar De La Hoya shares his thoughts, saying Manny isn't known for knockouts like Floyd is. He respects Pacquiao's speed and volume, but feels Mayweather's precision gives him the edge. His comments have sparked fresh debates about their styles and who would win a rematch.
Fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, what would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. It's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. I didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. They punch the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed, it's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who for one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao he'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. I would have to go with Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's return is part of a growing trend in boxing. Like Tyson and Mayweather before him, he's stepping back into the spotlight, reminding the world of his star power.
Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus Barrios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. To me, that doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barrios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? Because Bruce, that's sitting in the lamb to the slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamb to slaughter. Like, this doesn't make no sense.
So across the ring, Mario Barrios is excited. Facing Pacquiao is a dream come true for him. He honors Manny's legacy and sees this fight as a major moment in his career. For Barrios, it's not just another match. It's a chance to face a true legend.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah. No, usually.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
You wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit.
No, yeah, my sister's a beast, man. Like, she couldn't spar with other females a lot of times. Cause
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was like overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And, so yeah, most of the time, the smart partners, they were dudes. But, I mean, I couldn't really even like spar with her serious. I mean, until I was like 17 or 18.
Wow.
Yeah. But at that point, I was already too big for her. So like.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. More updates coming soon.